This is Sophia Wren, and today we're talking about habits, and I'm here to help you to do things, create things, awe-striking things, not just any things, for your book, for your business, for other things in your life. And one of the ways that can start is with a daily habit. So I'm going to talk about that. I've done daily habits with writing, with singing, and now I've been professionally paid to do both of those things. So it all starts with little habits. Sorry, my hair is insane. And also for business owners, there's things that can help you set up for success by doing them every day. So today I'm going to have a combination of objective fact and reality, truth, one, and two, super forgiveness, love, compassion, gentleness for humanity. So these are two things that are kind of opposite, and I hope to combine them and merge into a beautiful bridge to help you to go into your ideal future. So I'm a little quirky, a little weird, and there's also something else about me that I'm going to discuss now that we're going into the objective fact part, because this is kind of like a disclaimer, because I see there's a lot of things that bother me, honestly, and I've kind of held some things back from the world in the past because I don't want to I'm gonna take us off because I don't want to bother people. I don't want to pressure people. I'm so non-judgmental and I'm so low pressure. But that means that I can kind of hold back on some truths that I feel like might make some people uncomfortable or might make them feel a little bit of anxiety or something that ultimately will be helpful because it's just the truth, but also, don't kill the messenger. So I want to be friends with everybody who's watching this because everybody on here is my friend. I love being friends. I love being connected to people who get me. But I also don't want to allow you to go plummeting into negative stuff that is going to affect your life in a detrimental way. And being somebody who's experienced death of a lot of loved ones, I do know that our lives have a limit here on the planet of Earth. We don't have immortality yet physically in a body. And what you do, out of the body is a whole nother story. But I want people to go through this life and get to the end of it, whenever that is, because we don't know when that end is going to be. We think we know, think we're going to be old, but we don't know that. Both of my parents have now died way younger than they thought. Neither of them had life insurance. And I'm the 30-year-old person who got life insurance because I know that we don't know when it's over. And I don't want you to get to the end and be like, damn, there's that thing I wanted to do. Because I think in life, the biggest regrets we have are the things that we don't do versus the things that we do. So that's why I think it's so important for me to tell you that you got to do the things that really are important to you. And you're always going to be enough. You're never going to be lacking if you don't do those things. I'm not one of those people who's going to shame you for anything you do or don't do. Absolutely never. But this is just about you, about what you want, about what's going to make you happy and going to make you proud. And if there's something that you want to create, whether it's a business that could be a livelihood for someone you love when you're gone, or making money to go on cool experiences that you're going to love having, like trips and things. If there's a book that you want to write because you have a message that you just got to share, or a song that you want to sing and you want to record it so that it really showcases your beautiful voice. Those are things that I've done. And I feel like if a bus hit me, I would be okay with it because I got some of those things done. But now what's left for me to do is to empower other people and help you guys alongside of my own projects. So I really want to help you to live without regret and not look back and wish you had done things. Because sometimes in life, there is a window of opportunity that goes away, that shuts. And miracles can always happen to reopen things. But, if you ever think about your past, has there been a relationship that you've had where there was some kind of disruption in the relationship, in the friendship? And if you had done this or that thing, or they had done this or that thing, maybe it would have repaired in that time window. But then that time window elapsed and now people have gone their separate ways, and then that time has ended. The window is gone. Same thing with like an opportunity. Sometimes you need to get something done in a window of opportunity and grasp that opportunity. Otherwise the opportunity passes away, and it's okay. You survived. You're fine. But maybe you held a little regret over not utilizing that window. And so your whole life is a series of windows, and your whole life is a window. So I just want you to carpe diem, seize the day, do the thing. Okay, so that is my objective truth and reality. And I'm just not a BS kind of person because I'm super spiritual and super into manifesting and witchy stuff and all of that stuff. But at the same time, I did grow up in a household where somebody kind of got into that stuff after me. And then they decided to invest all this money in something very risky, but they thought it was like super going to work out because of law of attraction, and then ended up going bankrupt, and we lost our childhood home. So I'm not going to BS you that life has risks, and sometimes you can mess up on things that you go for. But it does help to do some of the spiritual stuff. But the same, you just have to have a balance. You have to have a balance between the woo and the spiritual and the going for your dreams, and also being wise and holding back a little bit and just taking your time on some things. So I hope I haven't garbled my message too much, but I'm just trying to say that I'm holding one foot on two different planes here. And I know that it's complicated, and I know that it's hard. And I know that just thinking about things doesn't necessarily make it true, but I also do find value in those practices that are the spiritual practices, and I'm not throwing them out either. So I just want to tell you that I'm coming from a perspective where I see both things as valuable, and we're trying to find a balance in all things, which is going to be in a different place for different people and for different situations. We're trying to find a balance, but I'm not going to BS you, and I'm not going to just tell you to do stuff that isn't going to work. And I'm not going to tell you that you have forever and a half because you're immortal and like you can do this next century, because some things you do need to do now, if they're going to happen, or if they're not, that's okay. It's just really whatever you want. I don't care. I have no stake. Okay. So that was my hard truth download. Please let me know what you think about that. I feel like I've never been honest in this way before. So this is kind of uncomfortable and new for me, but it came through so strong that I had to say it. I had to say it. Okay, so now we're going to get into some really practical ways that you can build a habit. And why would you want to do that? Because habits are great. They're a great way to get started on a goal that is long term. I really do think that a lot of awe-striking things are coming out of long-term effort, even if you channel them in the moment, download them in the moment, just spontaneously do them in the moment. A lot of times you led up to that with other steps that people don't see. And that's where like daily habits and long-term goals come into play. So supporting yourself with a daily habit can be a really great way to build the skills that are going to lead up to some massive breakthroughs. It's kind of like working out, like building your strength over time can then help you to like win a tournament. A lot of times we don't put the emphasis on the habit in terms of like showing off everything that we've done later to other people. It's kind of behind the scenes, but it's like the setup that's really helpful for you to be really successful, whether you're writing a book, growing a business, being a musician, whatever you want to do. Okay, so the first thing, and we had some really good conversation on my Facebook page the other day. So if you want to go back to that and see all of the things people said were things that get in the way of their habit. And I had a lot of things to say about it. I'm going to kind of just chunk it down to 3 main points that I think will be helpful for a lot of people. The first is start small. So there's a book called Atomic Habits, which is all about building habits. And one of the things they suggest is break down your habit into something that's 2 minutes. If you wanted to, lift some weights that are in the corner of your room, you could just like go over that corner and for 2 minutes, like hold a weight. You don't even have to lift it if you don't want to, but just being in that corner and just kind of engaging in the beginning of a routine actually would help you to build a sustainable habit that you would continue to do every day. You don't even have to actually do the thing that you're trying to do, but just the first toe in. The fact that you're just building a habit that you're doing it every day is all that you're starting in the beginning to do. So I think a lot of people really set a really high bar for themselves. And they want to do something like that ends up being like an hour a day. And kudos to you guys. You guys are like rock stars. You're amazing. But for most people, getting an hour in a day is really hard. And what would be more helpful, more sustainable to start with is something really tiny, like 2 minutes, especially for some reason, writing really seems to be very intimidating for everybody. So you could just for 2 minutes, just imagine that your book is done. Imagine that it's in the hands of the people you want to read it. Imagine that you feel so proud and so satisfied, or whatever you feel, having being the author or authoress of this book. How amazing would that feel? If you spent 2 minutes a day doing that every day for like a month, oh my God, I just feel like so many things are going to start coming into your life that are going to help you write that book. I really do think that things do get attracted to you when you're in the state of flow and feeling all the feelings that will come about from getting that thing. Like I said, there are limits, but I still think it's a valuable practice, and I still do it every day with everything that I create, because you want to come from the place of having already done it, already being fulfilled, already being whatever those feelings are. If you want to make a business and you want to make money, it's better to come from a place of feeling safe, like you already have enough money, and making decisions that way, rather than running around with your head cut off like a chicken because you really need money and you're just like trying everything. It doesn't always generate any income for you. I know from experience. So you want to get into the place, the mindset of having already done that thing. So if you could do that for 2 minutes a day, that would be sufficient as a habit, And I always say that it's better to be thinking about your habit than to be sporadically it's better to be thinking about your habit every day than to be sporadically doing your habit. I know that probably doesn't make sense, because linearly we're thinking about results and we're obsessed with results, and we're thinking that results are good and no results are bad. But the main issue with building a habit is just remembering. It's just being aware. And that leads me to my second point, which is let robots do the work for you. If you have trouble remembering or focusing on things in a daily way, if you struggle with ADHD, things that I've read have said, it really is helpful to have timers and alarms on your phone. See, what is it that you use every day? Do you use the technology every day? Do you have a phone that you check? Do you use your phone every day? Some people don't. Do you use your phone every day? Then you can set a phone alarm to do that habit. And you can even snooze it. So that way, if it hits at a time when you can't do the thing, just snooze it and be reminded later. Or have multiple things a day, so that way you don't forget. If you use your computer, you can also set up alerts on your computer through like Google Calendar. It can email you a reminder. I actually like to use a technology called Boomerang, which is boomerangs an email back to me when I wanted to. And that's kind of like a to-do list thing. I don't recommend using email as your main to-do list, but if that's where you're at, that's where you're at, and it's okay. I actually have created other templates that you can use on your computer to keep track of the things that you want to do. So if you're interested in that, make sure to send me a message. You can, if you want to go old school and just write it in a notebook, that's fine, but just make sure that it's like impossible to miss. Like it's in a place where you're always going to see it. When I was in high school, I used to just stick things right in the middle of my path, so I would literally have to trip over it on my way out of the room. If you have a notebook that you use, make sure it's open, make sure it's there. If it's out of sight, it's out of mind. So whatever you need to do to remember is probably the most important thing. And thirdly, I really believe in tracking your data and just looking at the facts, and don't make it personal. The problem that we all have as creators, and I'm the same because I'm really sensitive, is we make things personal. We make things way too personal. And that's a problem, because the thing is that all of these are about behaviors. These are not about you, your identity, who you are, what you're capable of, your value, how lovable you are, how good you are, how beautiful you are, any of these things. It means nothing. It's a behavior. It's a behavior. And it's something that you can change. You can change behaviors. If you think about it in terms of this is you and your worth and stuff, that's coming from that bad place. We don't want to come from that place. So you're just trying to gather data, like you're the object of an experiment, of your own experiment. You are tracking your growth. That is it. It is objective fact. So I just don't want people to look at, oh, hey, I haven't been doing my habit, I suck. No, we're not doing that. We're not engaging in that kind of thinking. This is just information, and that is it. Nobody here is perfect. I'm not perfect. I think these days, especially if you offer coaching services, it's like we all have to be this perfect paragon of doing everything right in order to like charge somebody money to give them our expertise, when that's crap. No one is perfect. We are all learning. And if you think you have it all figured out, well, you're just asking for it. And my point of view, don't tell the universe that, really. Knock on wood. Jinxing yourself. Yeah. So just like be willing to look at the facts. This is how people improve, is that they're able to just see things objectively and see what they're doing, what they're not doing. And then you can just be really compassionate with yourself and see, what can I do to make this easier for me? If you had a loved one that was trying to do something and you really, really love them, and you want them to do this thing, how can you make it easier for them? Can you ask for help from somebody else? Because you don't have to do it all alone. There's a trillion other people on this planet. You can get help. I offer help. I offer Psychic Mermaid Creatrix program, which is a group program to help you to achieve your goals. If you want to write an amazing book or grow a business that makes money more pleasurably, maybe you need to be more creative. Maybe you need to change the way you're thinking about things and engage in these practices that are way more flowy and mermaidy and sparkly and less like by the book rules. Create your own way of living. And my course is all about all the things that I teach writers, creators, entrepreneurs over the last 9 years. It's the best stuff that I got. And I also offer one-on-one coaching for like $44 more for 3 monthly payments. You can just get me in your ear and we can go deep into everything you're working on over 3 months. So it's a really good bargain if you want to jump in now before we start on November 18th. So I only have a limited number of spots for some of the things. Anyway, so that's one thing you got. You've got a million other people out there offering all these amazing things. You can ask your friends to help you. You can connect to people on Facebook and see who else is trying to build a habit or who else has similar goals. But just remember, you always need to go back to yourself and go back to what's going to work for you and be willing to listen to yourself. The problem with the world that we live in is that everybody likes to think that their way is the one way. And I don't like it, because we are all very individual and we're in different seasons of our lives. Even if we were the same, there are different seasons. If you are really ill and you can't fit anything else in right now, then no, don't try to write a book right now. If it doesn't feel good to you, don't do it. If you really just need to focus on taking your medicine every day, then maybe that's the place to start with habits. Like, you got to see where you are. At the same time, if you've been procrastinating, girl, maybe it's time to push yourself just a little bit to do a little teeny bit more, but not too much more. Okay. Because you got to set yourself up to win. So I would love to hear if anybody needs any help with habits. I've got a free habit building challenge going on. If you are only catching it part of the way through, that's okay. I have a feeling we might do it again. So just make sure to sign up for it so you can get any news about that. I've got free templates for you to keep track of all this information. What's working? What time of day are you doing this? What day are you doing this? Did you do it today? What's not working? So you can look at this data objectively. I've got a printable. I've got so many things for you. So please let me know if there's anything I can do to support you. Let me know if you want to have one-on-one support, if you want to join the free challenge now or the next time we do it in a little while. Love to do that. If you have any more challenges or questions with habits, please let me know. Any feedback at all is appreciated. And I'm sending lots of love. Remember, I just want you to do the thing that you're meant to do on the planet. And that can be something that is enjoyable to you as well. It doesn't just have to be about other people. It doesn't have to be about proving something to anyone. It's literally just about the life that you want to live, what's going to help you to enjoy yourself here on the planet and to feel proud of yourself that you wrote and created awe-striking things in so many ways. So have a good one, guys.